Okay, just a sec. I'm scrolling on Instagram. Hang on. Yep, cool. Just another person living their best life. Another person on vacation. Another person making millions of dollars. Don't mind me. Just going in a comparison circle in my brain after being on Instagram. So like, I'm fine. Hi, hello, my name is Kayla, your holistic personal brand coach who helps you to integrate your whole human self into your personal brand. And today we're talking about comparison. Here's the thing. We're human. We compare ourselves to other people. And up until recently, that used to only happen when you saw actual other people or heard through the grapevine, oh, so-and-so just got their doctorate, and you had to be jealous from afar. But now, with the invent of cell phones and Instagram, we can feel jealousy and envy from the comfort of our own homes. We now have this opportunity to have windows into people's lives, but the thing is, those windows aren't real windows. They're rose-colored, they're perfectly curated, and we are comparing our full humanness, which is often not rose-colored, to the rose-colored perfect perception we see online. And that can be a bit of a mind flip. I don't want to swear in this video. And I wanted to talk to you about this because as coaches and creatives, as the face of our personal brand, it can be really challenging to show up and shine bright when we are constantly having this comparison and this envy and jealousy in the back of our heads of, well, so-and-so is doing it so much better than me, so-and-so's farther ahead, so-and-so is doing amazing and living their best life while I am not. That can make us not feel really confident and super excited to show up and shine bright online. So while we won't go into a full energy coaching session today, I wanted to offer you some tools to support you the next time you might be feeling stuck in comparison town. So first step is to stop. Stop your scroll and do a little diagnosis of, wait, why am I feeling this way? What piece of content made me feel like a bucket of yuck? Was it because I saw someone who was being like way too confident or way too bold? Maybe you're rolling your eyes because you saw someone doing exactly the thing that you want to do. The key here is to pause and try to get specifics of what is it that is making you go into this comparison spiral. Notice what's coming up and just observe. You don't need to add judgment onto those stories of like, oh, well, I shouldn't be feeling that way. Just try to observe the stories that are coming up. Like, oh my God, I just saw Olivia's post and she's off to another beautiful warm location, living her best life, making billions of dollars. And what am I doing? I'm stuck in cold New York City and not making billions of dollars. Okay. Observe these thoughts from a neutral place, just noticing and witnessing and allowing them to come through. What else is coming through for you about what you just saw? Well, obvi, that means I'm never going to be able to travel to warm locations because I'm not there now. And why am I not there now? I should be farther along. I should be doing way more than I am, and I should be way more successful. I totally get it. And now we're going to spend some time with the sensations that are arising. What do you actually feel now that those thoughts have just come through? And really being specific about your heart rate, your breathing, your feelings. What are the physical sensations that are coming through in your body right now? Well, I feel my heart is faster. I feel anger. I feel frustration, bitterness, resentment. Awesome. Continuing to absorb these feelings from a neutral place helps to actually process them rather than just bypassing them. Continuing to actually feel them, and P.S., this may be uncomfortable, and that is what makes it challenging and yet so impactful. So many times we are not actually feeling our feelings. We're just pushing them aside and being like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'm annoyed, and then on to the next thing, or continuing to scroll looking for the next dopamine hit to make ourselves feel better, rather than actually feeling and processing the emotion so it can move through our body rather than just staying stuck. So here's your invitation to be in this discomfort and just feel and witness and observe. Now notice if there is a specific location where the sensations seem to be coming from. It could be anywhere in your body, and just, again, observe from a neutral place, being like, oh wow, I feel like a tightness in my heart, or I feel like this pit in my stomach. And begin to, again, specifically describe the sensations you're noticing. Is there a texture? Is there a sound? Is there a color or frequency, a vibration? And really, again, observing from a neutral place rather than being judgmental and being like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling that. Why is it that color? Why is that texture? Trying to be really conscious and mindful of the sensation rather than going back up to our headspace and judging. And now as you're spending time with this sensation and just breathing and just being with the sensation, not trying to solve or change or shift or again judge, you are really just observing what is happening in your body in that specific location where you found, or maybe it is a more global location, but just witnessing what is coming through and continuing to breathe through it. Because as you're breathing through it, something will shift, something will change, the tension will release or dissipate, and then you'll be in a more neutral space where then you can kind of ask continual questions of, what is there here for me? What does my body want me to know about what I just witnessed? Do I even want what that person has? What actually feels true and aligned for me? What is this telling me in this moment? Maybe it's that I need to actually take care of myself rather than looking at other people's lives and thinking that I need to live their lives. Maybe I need to spend more attention on my life and really build up a life that fills me up rather than always pining for someone else's. Inviting these answers to come from your body rather than your head and just seeing what comes through and allowing the space and the breath to really just be with whatever is coming through. Creating these pauses when we feel this triggering or this comparisonitis allows us to, again, actually process the emotion, to move through it and allow it to dissipate in our body rather than keeping it stuck and holding on to it, rather than continuing the cycle of, ooh, I feel bad, I'm gonna keep scrolling until I get to a cute puppy pic. This also could be an invitation for you to mute or unfollow someone. If their content is really not supportive for you, then you don't need to follow them. Or maybe this is an invitation for you to shift your Instagram boundary. I know for me, there are certain times where it's not supportive for me to go on Instagram because I'm very much comparing myself to everyone else out there. That is a time for me to really go inward and take care of myself, rather than constantly looking outside and being like, well, that's what I should do, that's what I should do, that's what I should do, and adding on kind of continual expectations or confusion. Because often, as wonderful as social media can be for connection, it can also be an overloading of information for you and your system. This is really just an opportunity for you to take an audit of, how do you feel when you are on different apps and consuming all of the information? Does it feel really uplifting and inspiring? Or does it make you feel comparisonitis? And if it is, maybe this is an opportunity to shift your relationship with how you consume this content. It doesn't necessarily mean you need to unfollow everyone who is triggering or makes you compare yourself. It just is an invitation to be a little bit more mindful with the information that we are consuming. We always have the choice, and while it may sometimes feel easier in the moment to stay stuck in the muck and be like, I'm just gonna keep scrolling and going down this rabbit hole, we can always take that moment to pause and really check in with ourselves and ask, what's going on with me? And really tune in to our experience rather than looking outside. And if you are looking for a full energy coaching exercise and a guided meditation, click this video where we move through just that to help you feel confident in your content as you are sharing yourself with the world. I hope this was so helpful. If it was, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next week where we talk about the 3 things you actually don't need for a personal brand. So I'll see you then, and have a great week. So this is the light you can get when you don't record at 4 o'clock in the winter. All right. Don't even have my headphones in.